In Chapter 1 of Down East Circle Part 6, Jayne and I launch our Niagara 35 sloop Phantasia II in St. Margarets Bay, Nova Scotia. We then sail southwest to the LaHave Islands, which we visited previously in Down East Circle Part 5. After spending a night docked in LaHave, we'll face headwinds and opposing seas on a short day sail to the tiny village of Port Medway, where we'll spend a night at anchor. From Port Medway, we depart in thick fog to sail to Port Mattoon, where we'll anchor and launch our dinghy to go ashore and spend an afternoon exploring the white sands of beautiful Carter's Beach.
Thank you, sir. We did that when we were up there in Georgian Bay because, again, there'd be so many mosquitoes. Whoops!
Spring loaded.
Setting out from Tantallon, St. Margaret's Bay's glass-calm water reflected the thin, high cirrus clouds, the type of clouds that can forecast a change in the weather. We waved towards Seabright, where our friends John and Brenda live, as they said they would be watching for us leaving. With Phanty's jib and staysail smartly furled, the main bent on, and every storage locker below filled with provisions, we felt ready for anything that this, the final leg of Down East Circle, could offer. Since departing our home waters on Lake Ontario 6 seasons ago, we had visited 4 provinces and were about to see as many states. The way home would take us through New England to New York and back to Lake Ontario via the Hudson River, then Erie and Oswego Canals. We had a little more than a month to cover about 1,200 nautical miles. Nearing the LaHave Islands, the morning's calm turned into light winds, and we got the sails set, enjoying a good reach up the inlet towards Fort Point and into the river. It was fun to revisit LaHave, where we'd spent a week during Down East Circle Part 5, and we walked up Schoolhouse Hill to take in the view. Although tempted to spend another day just to relax, we knew that with 1,200 miles to cover back to Lake Ontario, we'd have to get moving the next morning. After almost a year off from sailing, the feel of the wind and waves, as well as winching in the headsail, took some getting used to. We were very happy with our short upwind sail to Port Medway, to which we promised to return someday and explore.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
What's the water depth?
80, actually.
Medway Harbor provides excellent protection from the weather and a good anchorage in behind the town, after you thread your way past several rocky islands. We thought we might tie to one of the fishing boats at the wharf for the night and go ashore, but with no one there to grant us permission, we decided we were better to anchor and spend a quiet evening enjoying the sunset.
We're just leaving Port Medway past Medway Head. The wind's really not fair. We may just put up the main and try to do some motor sailing to get a little distance down to Port Mattoon. We're pretty tired from yesterday.
Departing for Port Mattoon, the winds were near zero and the seas had resided. We spent the morning motoring through dense fog that began to burn off by noon.
Hunt's Landing, that's what it's called?
Yeah, public doors.
An afternoon walking on the white sands of Carter's Beach was just what we needed after a couple of days on the boat. The water is a wonderful Caribbean blue, but the water temperature felt to be only just above freezing. I did manage to duck in for less than a minute. Returning to the boat late that afternoon, we were impressed when a handsome ketch sailed into the bay and anchored to starboard of us. While the evening sun cast a golden glow across the bay, a local fishing boat took a tour around the harbor, and shoreside visitors continued to stroll on the now nearly vacant beach. We enjoyed an open-air dinner at Phantasia's cockpit table and discussed tomorrow's plan to sail down the coast to Shelburne.